Imagine waking up one morning and hearing your country has officially declared war. Not against another nation, not against an army, but against birds. And somehow the birds won. In 1932, the Australian military marched into the wilderness with real soldiers, real trucks, and machine guns. Their enemy? Thousands of giant emus, flightless birds that could not even fly. But what happened next became one of the strangest military disasters in history. Because the emus didn't just survive, they completely embarrassed the army. And the reason why is even crazier. After World War I, many Australian soldiers became farmers. The government gave them land in Western Australia to grow wheat. But then disaster hit. A massive drought began, and suddenly around 20,000 emus started migrating across the countryside. Now, emus are not small birds. They can grow over 6 feet tall and run nearly 50 kilometers per hour and traveled in huge groups. The birds stormed into farms like an invading army. They smashed fences, destroyed crops, and ate huge amounts of wheat. Farmers were desperate. They tried scaring the birds away, but nothing worked. And this is where things got unbelievable. The farmers asked the government for military help, and somehow the government actually agreed. In November 1932, Australia sent soldiers to the battlefield. They arrived with trucks, ammunition, and Lewis machine guns. Find the emus, shoot the emus. End the problem. Easy, except the emus had other plans. The soldiers spotted a huge group of birds and opened fire. But the emus instantly scattered in every direction. Some zigzagged across the land. Others disappeared into bushes. The machine guns jammed constantly, and the birds moved too fast to hit properly. One soldier later said it felt like the emus had military tactics. Small groups acted like scouts, while larger groups escaped safely behind them. And then things became even more humiliating. The soldiers mounted machine guns onto trucks, trying to chase the birds down like a real war movie. But the trucks bounced wildly across the rough land. The gunners couldn't tame, and the emus simply outrun them. The army had thousands of bullets, but after days of fighting, only a small number of emus were killed. The birds were winning. Soon, newspapers across Australia started laughing at the military. Imagine reading headlines about soldiers losing a war to birds. People joked that the emus were unstoppable, and honestly, they kind of were. The emus kept destroying farms, kept escaping attacks, and kept surviving machine gun fire. Eventually, the government became embarrassed. So, after spending huge amounts of money and ammunition, Australia officially pulled the soldiers out. The war was over, and technically, the emus had won. But here's the strangest part. The emus never knew there was a war at all. They were just looking for food. Yet somehow, they defeated trained soldiers with military weapons. And that's why the Great Emu War became one of the weirdest true stories in history. Today, the Great Emu War is still remembered as one of the history's most unbelievable military failures. And weirdly, it teaches something important. Nature doesn't always follow human plans. Even modern weapons couldn't easily stop thousands of fast-moving wild animals across massive open land.